Hey everyone, I'm Brianna and I'm the owner of My Pretty Little Addiction and I want to welcome you to my channel. Here you're going to find a whole bunch of tutorials and information about new products coming, information about giveaways, pretty much just everything. I'm going to attempt to update this as much as I do our Facebook page, which you can find the link below. Make sure to like it, show your support. A little bit about the companies. Everything is handmade by me. I don't allow anyone else to make anything because I need to make sure that everything is done right. Take all the precautions to make sure you don't have anything in your stuff that shouldn't be in there. So I try to keep everything as natural as possible. I try to stay away from the parabens and the sulfates. Some ingredients naturally just come with either a paraben or a sulfate in it. I do try to find alternatives for those. So please keep that in mind. I will let you know if they are paraben free or sulfate free. If they don't state it, that's probably because they haven't, and I will highlight those in red. When it comes to pigments, currently they're all vegan friendly. There's nothing in them. There's no beeswax. There's no carmine or anything of that nature. I will try to make alternatives for colors that may contain carmine or something that may have beeswax in it, just because I want there to be something for everyone. Now, as the company grows and gets larger, we'll be adding more colors to our pigments. And things of that nature. We'll also be adding more stuff for everyone, for men, children, things of that nature. Juju cream is completely safe for kids. A little goes a long way with that. So when you see the sample jar, which I believe I do have one here on my computer, and I do. This is the sample jar. It's a 2-ounce little jar. But a little does go a long way with this. My boyfriend found that one out the hard way. He's thinking, oh, this is going to be like regular lotion. And he took a big gob and put it on his face. And he's like, oh, wait, I didn't need that much, did I? I just kind of laughed at him. So, a little bit does go a long way with Juju cream. Just keep that in mind. It does contain avocado oil. Which is an iffy thing. The way that I see it, just from experience, is if you have an allergic reaction when you touch avocados, you may react to this lotion. Now, if it's only when you ingest them, you should be okay. Only because my mom has one, and she loves Juju cream. She uses it all the time, and because it does contain a lot of avocado oil, I was a little bit worried, but she has never had a stitch of a reaction to it whatsoever. It also has grapeseed oil in it, and some other oils, but I think the biggest one is the avocado, because I know a lot of people have avocado allergies, but from what I know, it's pretty much only when you eat them. So just be very, very careful. If you do have an allergic reaction, please let me know, so that I can let everyone else know that it isn't always that way. If you are worried about it, I can send you a very, very small sample of it. It pretty much would be in one of our sample pigment jars, just enough to rub on your hand to see if you have a reaction. I can do that. I will put that in there. But our sample jar is this 2-ounce jar. This runs roughly about $5. My prices aren't set in stone yet, so don't hold me to that. But because this will last you a while and everything, and it's a pretty big jar, it doesn't seem like it, but like I said, this one's my boyfriend, and he used way too much, but it does contain a lot. I know that my mom, who uses this quite often, her jars last her like a month. They have this particular lotion has great staying power. So if you go in a pool, it's not going to come off. When you take a shower, just to like rinse off, it's really not going to come off. It won't come off your hands when you wash your hands. It's something that you would have to really, I wouldn't say scrub at, but you'd really have to work in your soap to make sure that it is off. But even then, you still would end up pretty moisturized. They do come either unscented or scented, and I will have a list of scents for you to choose from and a small description of what they smell like, because I know when I purchased a particular oil, it didn't smell like the name of it. So I thought that was a little weird. So I'm definitely going to have to make sure to put a little description on ones that don't smell like what you think they would smell like. For instance, the oil that I was talking about was watermelon. I'm thinking, oh, it's going to be a nice fruity smell. And it wasn't. It was actually more of a floral smell. But it was a really subtle floral. And it's actually really, really nice. My mom enjoys that particular scent. So I will have little descriptions of scents. The unscented lotion will have a small touch to it just because of its ingredients, but it's not something that can't be covered up with perfume or cologne. The one thing I do want to say about Juju Cream is because of what's in it, it does have the power to kind of clean up the skin a little bit, I guess you could say. My boyfriend, I believe, don't hold me to this, he hasn't been checked for it yet, but along his chin area, it looks like he has eczema. And my brother has eczema and he gets it really bad on his legs. And he used Juju Cream and it's actually cleared him up. My boyfriend, which I believe is eczema, he needs to go get it checked so that we know for sure what it is, has been using Juju Cream and his skin is looking so much better. And it's just really, really pleasing to know that something that I created is, helping him out so much, because he's always been kind of self-conscious of it. So it's really, really nice to see that it's doing what I had hoped it would do for him. Same thing with my brother. Like I said, he gets really bad eczema on his leg, and he had a really, really bad breakout, and we're like, oh, we'll try it and see what happens, and it worked great and cleared him up. I'm not saying that this is going to be something to clear up everyone who has eczema or a skin condition, but it definitely may help. So that's Juju Cream. As you can see from my pigments, they're pretty pigmented. I do recommend using a primer just to make them pop even that much more. If you've never used a primer like me, I personally have never used a primer, I see a huge difference using a primer not only with my pigments that I created, but also just with store-bought ones. It makes a huge difference, and I was very, very shocked about that. So a little bit about the launch. When we launch, there will be not a whole lot there, just because everything I want to be up to a high standard. So I'm still working the kinks out with certain things. I do know for a fact that when I launch, I will have Juju Cream, which you saw in the container, and I will have my pigments and my primer. As the month goes on, or whenever I decide to launch, whether it's the beginning of the month or the end of the month, as time goes on, there'll be more pigments added. There will be more fast stuff added. Just working out those last minute kinks to make sure that everything is up to great standards. I did want to mention right now that I am currently looking for one more promoter, possibly two. I do keep all applications on file. They're all in my email where the applications are sent. If you're somebody that really, really wants this and this is a company that you want to be with, you can always reapply, which shows me how much you want it. My application is really, really simple, but the one thing that I like about it is that it gives me a chance to really know what you're in it for. If you just say, oh, I love makeup, well, then that tells me you probably just want free products, which I'm not trying to say that's with the cases 100% of the time. I'm just saying that I ask these questions for a reason. Some people may say, oh, these are, kind of dumb questions, but they do make a difference. So with that, I will leave a link below with the application. It tells you kind of what I'm looking for. If you're lacking in some of that area, that's perfectly okay. So I will leave that link below, and you'll see all the information of what I'm looking for. And at the very bottom, it says apply now, and I'll take you to the applications portion. Speaking of the website, I did want to say this. When you first go to the website, you'll see a bathroom scene. One will say, like, there's a tub, and it'll say Bath and Body. There's a vanity that will say makeup. And then there's a little picture in the back that looks like me, which I need to fix. But that says enter. Basically what you do is if you just want to just enter the site just to look around, just click the enter one, which is the little portrait on the back wall. If you are looking to go to the bath stuff, you click the bathtub, and they should highlight. The enter one should highlight in a dark pink. The other one should highlight in a light pink. Same thing with the vanity. We'll take you to the makeup portion. Just to make it a little bit easier to navigate and give it something special. So if you have issues trying to figure out how to get in, just move your mouse around and it should help you. So you can't click the word enter, but you can click the portrait, which should highlight. Same thing with the tub, should highlight. So that's a little bit about the website, and it's easy to navigate once you get into it. The shop has everything in it, but there's nothing for sale. And about the shop, you will, when we do launch, everything won't have a price on it. So everything will say 0 across the board. When you figure out, oh, I want to buy Starlight Maiden, which is our yellow pigment, you click it and open it, and on the side it will say what sizes you want, the sample size, the full size, which is 5-gram jar, and then it will have the deluxe size, which is a 10-gram jar, and nothing contains a zipper. It will say a price next to it. The 10-gram jar is like 11 something. The 5-gram jar is like $6. And that will put the price in it. So it'll say plus $6 or plus whatever, and that will be what the price is. I did it that way so that it doesn't get confusing of what the price is going to be. So it's just pretty straightforward and everything like that. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. If you're looking for something particular, again, contact me. I will be taking custom orders of different things, okay? So please subscribe to the channel. We got a lot of stuff coming. Make sure to check out our Addictionistas and everything of that nature. And if you want to be a promoter, make sure to apply. I will be picking promoters really, really soon. So apply ASAP, okay? Thank you guys. Stay warm.